Great rising. Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Don't know why. It's so fucking hot. It may just be the seasons changing. Alright. It's peace. I said that yesterday too when it was time to read. I was like, man, it's so hot. It's so hot. Maybe it's the temperature changing. Said the same shit at the job yesterday. Listen. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Alright, give me a second. Let me cool the fuck off. You know what? I remember my first trek through my first trek on the sacred journey, right? On the path of self-enlightenment. I remember experiencing spirit visits, you know, and in the movies, in the paranormal movies and shit, it gets cold in the room, you know, the temperature drop. They'd be like, it's really cold right here. There's an entity, and I do experience that. I do, but when it's my entity, when it's my spirit, when it's for me to receive, it's warm, it's hot. I don't know this for everybody. I would presume for a lot of people, but I know for me for sure. When it's spirit or it's a visit for me, it gets unbearably hot. I can almost hear my grandma saying, if you can't take the heat, you get the fuck out of the kitchen. All right, great rising, y'all. Great rising. Ooh, keep the cat in the bag. Peace and power. Peace and power. Sacred woman. Hold on, let me put my gut up. Sacred woman. Shit, hold on. Yeah. I'm sweating too. Hold on, Shamika. Because the cookies. Alright, go. Hold on. Ooh, I heard her say Ashe. She'd like to invoke some change also. Okay, here we go. Sacred Woman, Queen Afua. Copyright 2000, Queen Afua, Helena Robinson. Alright, cool. Really picking up here. There we go. I know we are in sacred, sacred unions. Love sacred unions. I do. I give thanks again. I give thanks again for Say. He is a regular hood nigga, y'all. No disrespect. No disrespect. Y'all know I had fasted and prayed, so when I found Say, I was at the highest peak of myself that I'd ever met at that point. You know what I mean? And the reflection shit is real. You know, you see what you be, and it's straight like that. If all you see is fucked up shit in the world, no comment. You know, yeah. So I met him, and all I could see was a sacred brother. You know what I mean? Like, and he been telling me since day one, I'm not a sacred brother. I'm a regular hood nigga, and I don't want you to look up one day and be like, why is he doing this hood nigga shit? Oh, that's peace. That is peace and that's power. Great rising. Y'all know I got an event tomorrow. I know you're not in Atlanta and shit, so you can't come and like come and support. It's cool though. I got a booth over at Black Cinema Nights on Covington Highway. We have an event called Black Cinema Nights at this vintage shop called the Blind Gazelle. Cotton Pickin' Harlem or something. Cotton County Blues. I can't remember the name of the black movie. It's an Ossie Davis film. But yeah, so Black Cinema Nights. But I've been getting my shit together. I don't know if y'all remember this right. Oh, can you see me? Can you see me? The cards. The spread. She about to fuck them up. In case you ain't know. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this. I never plug nothing. But yeah, you'll have to inbox me if you want some earrings for a discounted price, because I don't know how to do that shit on my website. But since I'm going to reduce them for the sidewalk and shit, That's marketing. When you sell shit outside, yeah, you gotta have change, but you gotta have shit for 10 and 20 on the sidewalk to make it easy for people to buy, and make them want to buy. Yeah, that's my shit. That's my When I feel ratchet, that's exactly how I feel in my head. Anyway, that's peace though. So yeah, lots of love, lots of love, lots of love. All right, that's preoccupied.com. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your support. To all the people giving pastoral love offerings, I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. I've been told for my entire life, really, but especially in the past 2 or 3 years since I've been in walking in my calling, um, that my work is supposed to sustain me. You know, I'm supposed to do the work, and the fruit of my own labor is what is supposed to feed us. So that's peace. I speak in abundance. I speak prosperity over myself and my extensions. If you know how I fuck with you, you know you covered. All right, sacred union. Water, moon, female, and fire, sun, male. Okay. And you already hear me call Say the sun child. And here it says water slash moon slash female and fire, sun slash male. Remember, there's a balance. There should be a balance in each of us. I tell y'all all the time also that as masculine as Say is, homie is still the matriarch of our family. He is being raised by Big Mama and being responsible for his sisters. Yeah, he also has the moon, water, female energy. All right. So we got a spirit bath that's in Gateway 8. Again, I don't do spirit baths quickly in case it's your first time. This is the reason why. You'll hear me say over and over. Um, a lot of the health issues that we experience are because of all of the pomp and circumstance. You know, the pomp and circumstance. You know what that is? I used to ask my mom, what is pomp and circumstance? And she'd say, it's extra. If you just walk into a room quietly, that's just walking into a room. If you walk into a room and you got a band before you and you got confetti after you and you got flowers at your feet, that's pomp and circumstance. It's the extra. And so I received it as the dramatics. A lot of the time, the spiritual dramatics that we go through on the outside, like I don't see it. I know it to be true that when God speaks, when nature speaks, when you can feel a voice speak to you that you cannot hear, there are no there's no sound of a voice formulated, but you still feel the words being spoken. That type of prayer, that type of answer to a prayer, that type of conversational communication with God, Gaia, the universe, mother, the ancestors, that type of power or energy will lay your ass out, will lay your ass out. Just like you can physically be weak in the knees if a man break your heart, and you can feel it in your core. When you experience something so beautiful, it can equally suck the power from you. The thing is, hold on. Okay, great rising, great rising, great rising. Um, yeah, this is what's the word? Damn it. Damn it, come on, goddamn. The word you on the tip of my tongue. You was on the tip of my tongue. Listen, the point is, it's happening again, y'all. I can't, I just, give me a minute. Be patient with me. I just want to read today. I have a busy day planned, and I've, let me say that again. I have a busy day planned, which means I plan on sticking with the day that I've outlined for myself. Not in an hour, not in an hour and a half, not in a passage or a story. I intend to play out my day the way I planned out my day. And that's peace. There'll be more time. Okay. I promise you I'm not crazy. At least not all the way. All right. Let's start right back here. The spiritual bath is what I was explaining to you. Um, Experiences that are so beautiful and shit. The point is, a lot of the things we do on the outside are showy. They are eventful and big and boisterous, but they're not really doing anything. They're actually slowing down something. Um, if we learn to give our bodies the material and the time it needs to fix itself, then there's so much less for us to do. I don't need white rose oil in my bath or chamomile in my cup if I've already learned to maximize the chemical reactions around me. All right. If I've learned to maximize the chemical reactions around me, my body is already doing something. Here's a perfect example. And the bath in particular, the reason this is coming up at the bath is because your body fights and burns a lot of energy. If you've ever had a premature baby, you know this. The baby will lose weight trying to keep their body temperature. Like the body is working so hard because it's an underweight baby, a premature baby. The body is trying so hard to maintain the body's temperature that the baby is actually losing weight and trying to. This is why they say babies got to be a certain weight before they go, got to be able to drink a certain amount before they go. They can't even maintain their own body temperature. Um, and so our body fights to do that. When we go out in the cold, our body is fighting and burning energy. And when we go out in the hot, our body is fighting to cool us down. And you've had a hot shower where you could feel the water or been in a hot bath. Great rising, mommy. You look pretty. You okay? Look how pretty she look.
Hey y'all.
I love you, mommy.
I love you too. I love you.
Yeah.
Bermuda.
We're gonna be in them streets today. Text me before you clock in the Georgia Power sign in. I might need that at the bank. It's still in the business name. Golden Stroke. I know the cup of tea is on the gas.
I don't know. I'm seeing it.
Okay, or if you sign into Georgia Power and just take a screenshot of something that got my name on it, or if it say Golden Strokes, that's fine. Okay. 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 Bye. All right. Indeed. I was telling you how explaining to you how hard our bodies fight, how much energy they burn just to regulate our temperatures. All right. Like I said, you've been in a hot bath before or a sauna, and you felt now this is something you signed up for. You're doing a spiritual bath, a hot bath, and there's actually sweat on your brow. So understand why you're doing something for your spirit. Something else is happening in body. In body, instead of your body having the time and energy and being able to use it to break down foods that you've had or to fight off tumors that you have, instead it has to fight to cool you down. It has to fight to warm you up. And this is, for some of us, is a regular practice. We take multiple baths every day, and we take multiple glasses of hot tea every day, and we have freezing cold water with our meals. And this is an example of something that we do, the pomp and circumstance, for lack of a better explanation, on the outside that hinders the natural healing that's supposed to be happening on the inside. Ultimately, if healing is the objective, then every single move we make should be conducive to that result. Okay? Remember, if that's what we're thinking about doing, healing, and we really are, it's obvious if you're not, because when you are thinking about healing, it creates the behaviors that create a healing experience. The next thing is, okay, wait a minute, spiritual bath. Another example. This is a really good example too. A lot of the herbs that we take in, I know some of us are herbologists and we root doctors and can't nobody tell us shit, and that's peace. I will tell you this: well, people never went to the root doctor. The thing is, a lot of the herbs that we take in our diet or by mouth are irritants. They're irritants. They're actually harming the mouth. One of the first and most important parts of digestion is the enzyme in your mouth and your saliva that breaks down the food. It makes it a lot easier because it's already been chopped up, shredded up, broken down, and it's like the secretions is all through it. That's step one of digestion before it even goes down, and other enzymes and acids can do what they're supposed to do. But there's more than one secretion that is released in our mouths. One is the enzyme that is the first step in digestion. Another is like a mouthwash, no more than like a tear. It's a mouthwash. It's the same one we feel when we feel nauseous and we're going to throw up. in that mouthwash, you feel it then because it's your body trying to coat your mouth to protect it from the acid that's in the vomit. When it knows it's about to throw up, you'll start to feel that starting to happen. The same thing happens commonly when we eat and we say, man, shit, that goddamn sausage biscuit had my mouth salivating. It is protective. When you eat that salty potato chip and shit, you know how if you ain't got no drink, the only way to keep it coming, the only way to cool it is to keep it coming, whether it's a hot chip or a salt chip. You have to continually eat the salt chips to keep your mouth lubricated if you don't have something. It's because your mouth keeps making a water, and that's the relief. But the water that your mouth makes does not have the healthy enzymes it needs for the first and healthy step of digestion. And so, again, we got to be careful because a lot of the things that we do on the outside that are really beautiful to look at and really beautiful to picture and post are actually slowing down the healing on the inside. Like I said, you got to do what you got to do for spirit, but understand that your spirit is in a much better space when the vehicle it's in is peace and power. All right, your spirit don't feel peace when it's in a beat the fuck up vehicle, just like you don't want me to come pick you up in a scoopy boot. You know what I mean? You be like, B, this your Uber? Your spirit don't want to ride in the scoop de boop. Got to get your goddamn life in order. And I do love you. I do love you. You know I do. So yeah, it would be my hope and prayer that a lot of us, because this is my third or fourth time through Sacred Woman. Since this, I've been through doula training. I've been through, yeah, natural living training, holistic health, all of these things. And yeah, and so I love you enough to tell you the way to maximize your healing. And this is a lot to do when my body's already trying to do a lot. If you already queen of full status, then I'd be like, get you, you know what I mean? Shit, your lap of game is 100. But if you like me, there's still a lot. There's still a lot of ailment. There's still a lot of sickness. There's still a lot of toxicity in my body. I'm not even talking about in my life and relationships. There's still a lot of toxicity in my body. There is still a lot of toxicity in my body, an occasional boil, a bump, a pimple, staph infection. Any of these things let me know that there's still some cleaning to do in my body. And so, more than I know rose oil or hot water will fix those things, I know that my cell regeneration, my natural anatomy, my natural physiology is trying to correct me. And all I have to do is allow it to by giving it the time it needs to do so and the material it needs to do so. And oftentimes, that's not a rose oil and it's not a hot bath. All right. Like I said, there will be times that it is, but oftentimes, and I only know this from having gone through this multiple times with once they say with hundreds of my daughters, you got more work to do than just a bath. All right. We clean it up from the inside out. We clean it up from the inside out. So that's why I typically will skip spiritual bath. It's oftentimes while I'll encourage you to read also up on the teas and things of that sort. Because I know that if you are living in a way and eating in a way that shows me and you that you love you, a lot of these things, the need for them goes away. There are people who we all look up to since we woke and shit. There are people who we look up to on Facebook or look at on Facebook who are living off grid, their version of off-grid family. I promise you, when you go off-grid, you won't have no cell phone tower. Anyway, they're living their version of off-grid, okay? Do you, and then they look good to you, and they look healthy to you, and you be thinking, damn, I wish I could live on that compound, or damn, I wish I could live in that program or on that land. And it all looks, hold on. Oh, great rising, great rising. Oh, great rising. Thank you, sis, thank you, sis, thank you, sis, thank you, sis, thank you. All right, let me keep on going. Because again, we'll be 3 days in, still on page 322. I don't know why it's so hot, y'all. I really don't fucking know. I'm reading your comments. Never and get back on. Right, say no for your relationship to mom. Thank you. Everybody else, everybody coming to the retreat. You know how this shit go. You know how this shit go. Everybody coming to the retreat. All right, hold on right quick. Let me make sure. All right. I be laughing with y'all, but I be dead ass serious, man. I just want the cookies to stay in the jar. Look, I don't know why the fuck it's hot. Got my nook sweating. My children, I go back upstairs and pop to be like, Mama, Mama, your skirt wet. Girl, don't I know it? Give me a minute, goddamn it. Let me get my life in order. Hold up. Yay, goddamn it, I'm focused. I'm trying to tell you, put it in the air. Let's talk about the ass though. Nah, you ain't got to put it in the air. Put it in the sacred circle. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. While I'm sitting here rubbing this cramp out, look now, I just want to say thank you and shit. You know what I mean? I just want to say thank y'all. Because I love y'all. I really do. Because I'm going to try not to cry. Because when I started Sacred Woman, I looked like me. And the more I read Sacred Woman, the more I started to take off the things that I learned weren't me. But the more I got through Sacred Woman and the more sacred circles I got in, the more I started to pick up shit that wasn't me. And I picked it up because I thought this is a good thing to pick up. This is a sacred thing to pick up. Even though it wasn't of me, it's enough sacred around for us not to all look the same sacred. All right? Just goddamn it, remember, freedom don't look the same on everybody. Freedom don't look the same on everybody. I just give thanks that I'm me, just like I'm me. It makes me, let me tell you what pisses me off. When my children say, Mom, you said you were going to stop cussing. You got to stop cussing people out. And I say, fuck y'all. Go sit y'all ugly ass down. Because I'm not cussing no fucking body out. So did that feel bad? Did that make your feelings hurt? They'd be like, yes. Yes, you said a lot of cuss words to us. I'm like, and that's cussing you the fuck out. Remember that. If ain't nobody cursed you, some of you motherfuckers got to get your mind right. Because you let a nigga who don't love you tell you he love you every day and show you that he hates your fucking guts, and that ain't cussing you out. But me on a live thread talking about, shit, I love y'all sacred asses a cuss out. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, tell my children, don't do that. Do not do that. That shit turns me into Teenage Mutant Ninja motherfucking mama. Don't filter me. I don't give a fuck who you are. When you start telling me what the fuck I can say and what the fuck I can't say, all I hear is master. I want to know who the fuck sent you. Okay, and how the fuck can I get you back where the fuck you came from? Oh, indeed. Thank you for loving me as I am. Thank you for loving me as I am. Thank you for allowing me to say what makes me feel free and honoring me in that. Thank you. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I am. And say I love you because you lit as fuck. Say you make me happier, and that's peace. I've been with a lot of men who made me happy. I did, and when they left, I wasn't happy no more. With you, you increase my happy. I'm already 100% happy without you, and then you come around and make my happy 200, and I'd be like, damn. How did he even do that? All right, yeah, that's peace. That's peace. That's peace. It is. Same as talking about the retreat. I think it's the weekend. Yeah, it's July. Nah, some long sleeve shirt got it hot. Nah, the long sleeve shirt, sis. You see how much this is not a shirt? Yeah, I don't even have shirts. I went through a whole winter with quarter shirts and shit. I don't even have a whole shirt. Definitely. If you cannot tell the difference in temperature and spirit, we should probably start back at Gateway Zero. But we're gonna keep it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's a process. Okay, but yeah, if you haven't learned yet to recognize, yeah, when impurities are being burnt away, and when you just warm, you know what I mean. Power to you. I do love you. All right, so you know now why I skip bath typically and why I don't do the teas. For me, no herbs, no surgery, no medicine. Opening the gateway. Yeah, I just want to help the body to do what it's already designed to do. Opening the gateway, this is definitely a part that I love. To invoke each gateway spiritual guardian, you may use whatever words pour from your heart. For example, here's a prayer that might be used at Gateway 8. This is it. Sacred and divine ass, spiritual guardian of the Gateway of Sacred Union, please accept my deepest gratitude for your healing presence on my altar and in my life. Thank you for your guidance and inspiration and for your love and blessings, and please accept my love and blessings in return. Het Tepu. As you offer your prayer, and it's my understanding that Het Tepu means peace, the feminine of it, as opposed to Hotep, which would be the masculine of it. As you offer prayer, simultaneously shake, ring, beat, or rattle a sacred instrument, sistrum bells, shakerei, to awaken the inter that is indwelling. Libation is, yeah, so I support prayer. I really do. I do support prayer. You can call it what you want to call it. But I do support prayer. To me, is asking. Prayer is asking. Okay, it's asking, and meditation is listening, and so is there's a balance there. I do, even if you're not praying to someone directly. Like I tell my children, I mean, my mom's wife always be like, "Y'all, did y'all even thank my God? Did y'all thank my God for the food?" And they already know. Do what you got to do while you're at your grandma's house to get by. You know, when in Rome, but never lose sight of who you really are. And so when they with me, say, and it ain't to honor me, and my children know that. When you with me, I don't give a fuck who you pray to. I don't give a fuck who you pray to. I want you to know that it's up to you though. If you gonna pray, it's gonna be you. I don't want you out here like, oh, I got a praying grandmother. I got a praying mother. What the fuck I do ain't got shit to do with the fuck your relationship with spirit is like. Okay, so I don't have to push them or ask them to do any of that. And oftentimes they'll say thank you, mommy, instead of thank you, Jesus, or yeah, it's no none of this. It's just mom, I appreciate it. The honor though, there's honor in it. There's honor in it. So find your way and honor something or someone more powerful than you. It's important. It's not even about being grounded in a religion. It's about understanding macrocosm. And the only way you'll ever understand that concept, that you're a very necessary part of the universe, but still so a very, 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 very small microfiber of it. Okay, so if you disappeared today, like people say, the world go on. In fact, the world would go on, but the world would never turn the same as it did when you were a part of the cycle as you were. I know I'm gonna keep getting off on tangent after tangent after tangent. One of y'all just emailed me. It popped across my it popped across my screen too fast. Goddamn it. Hey, I know it was one of y'all because it said something about that retreat. All right, let me know. I ain't see the shit, so ask me again. Anyway, the same way I told you before that sometimes it's some extra on the outside. I've always believed that there are things in the Bible that were true and that it was a mistranslation. It was a miscommunication, but it was still a powerful piece of literature. Every book has edified my life, and every book I've ever read has made me better in some way. And in the book, it says that God is alone with the word. And so I am God, and I will not ever be without my word. So I tell my children and my kings and queens, don't filter me. Don't tell me I'm too pretty to cuss or that my mouth is too dirty or don't. anyway, anyway, that's peace. God, you have your word. Pray. You utilize your word. Okay. Speak what it is that you intend to receive. Libation. Libation also is another one of those things that people who not self-aware either don't understand. Shit, really, Christians, every time you pour that cup of wine shit down your neck, that's a libation. You remember Tupac would pour out a little liquor, and then where the rest of the liquor would go. Right, a libation. So we've been practicing libation, some of us, and we just haven't recognized it as that. There are lots of practices in Christianity and other major religions that are that have been stolen and modified from ancient Aboriginal practices, or when I say African practices, I mean the land as a total, as a whole, before the continents broke down and separated. And here we go again about explaining to you why all of us African. I'm not going through that. I'm saying, I know your people was always here. Still, the land wasn't always here. Don't tell me about how you were always here on the land. I get that. But I'm telling you, the land wasn't always here. You were always on this land, and this land used to be attached to the land that I still identify with as home. So you and them fucking rocks can come over here. Y'all didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock cracked the fuck over and floated over and shit, but you know. Anyway, we're gonna keep it pushing. The originals. I love you all. Libation. It is an honor. Pour libation for the sacred union from a cup, sprinkle water, bowl onto the earth or plant as you call out this prayer of praise and adoration. Pour libation, as you say, all praise and adoration to the spiritual guardian, Ast in this gateway, the protector of sacred union. Pour libation, as you say, all praise and adoration to the ancestor of sacred union, Betty Shabazz. Pour a libation, as you say, all praise and adoration to the elders of sacred union, Ruby D and Ruby D and Coretta Scott King. If you're uncomfortable pouring libations to people, names, energies, and entities that you're not familiar with, then pour libation based on your own. Here it says, pour libation, all praise and adoration to the spiritual guardian as the protector of sacred union. Who in your life or what energy represents protection in sacred unions? Um, yeah, I honor those energies if you're uncomfortable with the examples or the outline that is given in Sacred Woman. Pour libation, as you say, all praise and adoration to my divine self and my contemporary divine sisters, Camille Cosby and Susan Taylor. Uh, Sacred Woman Spirit Prayer. Ring a bell or play another instrument at the bell and at the beginning and end of the prayer. As you open your palms to the sacred spirit, gently place them over your heart. Say it. As you open your palms to sacred spirit, or gently place them over your heart. Sacred Woman Spirit Prayer. Sacred Woman in the making. Sacred Woman reawaken. Sacred Spirit, hold me near. Protect me from all harm and fear beneath the stones of life. Direct my steps in the right way as I journey through this vision. Sacred Spirit, surround me in your most absolute perfect light. Anoint me in your sacred purity, peace, and divine insight. Bless me, truly bless me as I share this sacred life. Teach me, Sacred Spirit, to be in tune with the universe. Teach me how to heal with the inner and outer elements of air, fire, water, and earth. All right, Sacred Relationship Prayer. Shake bells. Just want to tell you this. Remember, your thoughts, again, create your behaviors, and your behaviors create your experience. A lot of us want a sacred union. A lot of us want a movement and shit, but nobody wants to be momentum. You got to do some work, family. Do some work. Yeah, do some work. If you're in a relationship where you feel like it could be better if he would do this, it'll be better if he would do that. All he would have to do is do this. I just wish he would do this. I would just wish he would do that. Tit and tat, cause and effect. Every time you do something, something else is done. So you have to do something. And if you want something different, you do something different. So it could be in the way that you move. You focus so hard on what they could do, what they could do. If my mama could just do this, if my baby daddy could just do this, and you haven't considered what you can just do, all right? What I can do as a counter response to what you're doing. Find your power in that. Find your power. My mama told me a long time ago, once you learn somebody's idiosyncrasies, their flaws, their setbacks, their hiccups, their glitches, their quirks. Once you learn somebody's idiosyncrasies, it's easy to get in where you fit in. I already know how you get down, all right? Sacred Relationship Prayer. Shake bells, beat a drum, play another instrument. I give thanks that I've practiced this. I can tell you that these things work. I've poured libations and honored energies to protect myself and say, I've opened the gateway to spirit and elders for guidance. I pray for our relationship and over our relationship and by myself and with him all the time. All of these things happen when something is sacred, you treat it accordingly. All right. Dear Creator, I stand in the need of a sacred union. I pray for a sacred union with myself, with you, Creator, and with my mate. Divine Creator, help me to attract and establish harmonious, healthy relationships and joyous oneness with my life partner. Help me to identify and release old hurt feelings, resentments, and hostilities that are trapped within my body temple. Help me to have the vision, strength, and courage to learn from all my past and present relationships, as they are all reflections of my own consciousness, each and every one. If by chance my intimate relationships do not change, may I remain undaunted and fearless. May I be the one to become the first link of change and transformation in my life, for all healing really begins within me. I affirm that each one of my intimate relationships, past or present, has value and has in some way prepared me to grow into a more conscious sacred union with myself. As I reflect on the true power of sacred union, I give thanks to the divine masculine and feminine in me, and the divine masculine and feminine that unite to create sacred union, the life force from which all creation flows within us. All right, the chant Nukpu in Trhimit. I am a sacred woman. You'll chant this Hesi 4 times. A Hesi is a chant. Fire breaths. All right, let me go get some tissue for my nose and shit. We've been through this fire breath business. Hell yeah. We've been through this fire breath business. Hold on, y'all. How long we been rolling? Damn, we've been on here 36 minutes. And shoot, your girl is already ready for the day. I'm already ready. Hold on. Hold on. Damn it, I'm coming. Y'all so patient and shit. I don't know what. Oh, you know what? I worked last night. That's what it is. I said, why do I feel so off kilter? I was at that damn Homino's till 2 or 3. So, yeah. So I feel crazy. Hold on right quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me try to cool myself off a little bit. Alright, hold on. Hold on, goddammit. Keep on. Take it, don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Alright, hold on. This might help. This might help me help myself. One of these skirts is way lighter than the other. Ooh, hell yeah. Breathe again. Oh, I can never breathe. I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I can't stop thinking about. Be like, sis, we on Sacred Union, goddammit. Focus. I'm focused. I'm focused. Hold on. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I know my brow gonna sweat. My brow gonna sweat till I do the work I've been asked to do. But like I just told Spirit, I do all of that when I finish doing what the fuck I got to do. When I start playing with Spirit, my whole day be thrown off. Don't get none of this shit done I'm supposed to get done. Alright. Let's then separate. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, hell yeah. So I'm okay with my brow sweating, but I ain't. The cookies, though? Them women who be like, I shave my pussy because the hair I have you stink. But nah, bitch, that's them cheap shrimp dinners you let them niggas bite. That's that goddamn Captain D's. Okay. Okay. Alright, now we back. Yeah. Alright, now that's freedom. That's liberation right there. That when that thing get hot, they'll be like, you can do it. Alright, here we go. Fire breaths. Prepare for your fire breathing by slowly inhaling 4 times and exhaling 4 times. Then when you're totally at ease, begin your you can do it. My children say, Mom, are you about to start shaking your butt again like Auntie Ham? Oh shit. Y'all go follow their channel. They on they got on on YouTube. They might be under my mama business account. They might be under my mama business account, but Zion got a channel called My Dog Channel, and then the other one is Tangela Washington. So, there you go. They go to plug if you're looking for that. The fire breaths. Prepare for your fire breathing by slowly inhaling 4 times and exhaling 4 times. Then, when you are totally at ease, begin your 900 fire breaths. Inhale deeply like a pump through your nose with your mouth closed. As you expand the breath down into your abdomen. So there's a way. I know we cover this all the time if you've been here. This is for the folks who haven't. There's a way to breathe in that's very, feels topical, for lack of a better word. It's like, see, I'm hardly moving here. Now watch the difference in my hand here. You probably didn't see that. Let me sit up. Hold on. So here's go, not shit. Like, and here's a deep breath where I can feel it in my abdomen. All right, there. You want some deep breaths. You want some deep breaths. You want to maximize. Act like you out here smoking $1,000 blunt. Utilize those lungs, okay? Utilize those lungs. Inhale deeply like a pump through your nose. Mouth closed as you expand the breath down into the abdomen, then back up into the chest. Completely exhale out through your nostrils from your abdomen as it contracts, and the lungs release your breath completely. Repeat the fire breaths rapidly in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Allow each deep fire breath to represent the opening of the thousand lotus petals of illumination and radiance to reach Neferatum, the ultimate African lotus station of divinity. Not only does this help with core, it also helps with your lungs, and believe it or not, it's almost as effective as being in a sauna because it's a workout, and you start to sweat immediately. You do. And then there's also something for me about exercises on the ground. And this is not in a book or, like, not that I know of. It's not on a TV program. The same way those of us who have, you know, the difference in laying down and praying before we got woke. You know how you'll get in bed because you forgot to pray, and then you'll just be like, Lord, look out for me. And then when you have a good prayer, when you mean business and shit, you really need God to come through for you. You actually got out the bed and got on the side of the motherfucker. You leaned over and all of this other stuff. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was peace. Yeah, the quick change is, yeah, that's peace. Allow each fire breath. You'll sweat. You'll feel the burn. All right. You'll feel the impurities burning away when you do the fire breaths. And again, a lot of the things that I just feel like the ground when we're on the floor, when we're on the ground, there's a different connection than when we're standing up. Like I said, and we knew this as children or as praying grandmothers and shit, because it's a different prayer when you're praying from the bed and when you're praying from bedside. The same thing for me goes here. The workouts, like when I was little, my mom used to have a gym aerobics class, and I remember used to be one of the things I used to love when they do this. Like, I don't know why that shit just used to look so clean to me. The thing is, I recognize now in my personal life that there's a more intimate connection with myself and the changes on my body when I'm doing things on the floor. Yoga helps me to connect with earth while I'm fixing my body and to connect with myself, as opposed to when I'm at Planet Fitness and I'm on a step machine or I'm on the goddamn weight machine. It's cool, and both of them are helping my body, but one exercise, just because of where it's happening, is helping my mind, my body, and my spirit. And that's for me, but that's peace. Um, yeah, the fire breaths and yoga changed my life, family. Yoga changed my life. Yoga changed my life, and I'm not even a yogi. Yoga only opened the doors for me. If I had continued to practice it as much as I practice other things, I can't imagine where I would be. But because it opened the doors for me, yoga was a gateway, you know. I just kept going through doors and doors and doors. I never stayed in that room to look around long enough. If the more doors that opened, the more I went and the more I went, and I'm still going. But I can tell you that through all of the rooms I go through, there's some yoga somewhere in there, and that's peace. I encourage you to do that. It's changing people's lives. I was talking to Say the other day, and I told him I thought everybody could do this. I didn't think that that was hard for anybody to do. Even if you have to bend your knee a little bit, I didn't think that was hard for anybody to do. Now that's difficult. Zion always say, Mom, I feel it right here. Okay. So there's a sister, Cheyenne, Sankofa House, who said for years, I think because of scoliosis or something, for years, she couldn't reach past her knees. She would bend over, but she could not. And she just started practicing yoga, just meeting yoga where she was, and had gotten good enough to do yoga classes for people. And there was just some positions she can get in and some positions she can, and that's peace. Until one day she could. Until one day she went down and went all the way down. Our bodies are all just like in the movies, our cells are regenerating. That is the body's natural design. All of the chemicals and the environment that we take in steer it away from its natural design. But our bodies will heal if we help them to heal us. All right, I encourage you to practice yoga. I just encourage you to commit to yourself in any way. Just find 10 minutes. It hurts my heart more than you know to know that there are some sisters who are with us every single day and they haven't done any work. They haven't actually spent time in increased time in meditation. They haven't actually done a fire breath or actually eliminated anything unhealthy from the diet. Some of them just like knowing that it's a friend. You got friends and shit, but you're gonna learn. I don't fuck with friends. You will learn quickly. If you want a friend, you better find somebody else. 'Cause I don't fuck with friends. I got enough of them. Say I got. Well, they stole that page from me, so I don't have that. But on this page, it said 11,000 plus 5,000. So I got 16,000 friends. I got a lot of fucking friends. I tell you this over and over. I need healers and I need builders around me. Healers and builders. So if I don't see you healing yourself and I don't see you building yourself, then sister, I gotta love you and stand in solidarity with you from my motherfucking apartment, apart from your ass, okay? You're required to heal and you're required to improve and get better. You cannot progress if you're not progressing. All right, I'm not fucking with you. I do love you though, but I'm not fucking with you if you're not trying to grow. There are some sisters, no shade, there are some sisters who started with me the first time through the book and they're still facing the same battles. They still on the same shit. If I reach out to them right now, they still trying to get that weight off. They still trying to stop smoking them cigarettes and they still trying to stop fucking with that nigga. I'm not fucking with you if that's where you at, because I'm only going to have reflections of me around. And what happens is if you have people around you that aren't reflecting, that you feel like are reflections of who you used to be, and you keep them there, you'll see that's how science works. That's how God works. God adapt. You know what I mean? Like a lizard and shit. A lizard walk through green and be green, walk through orange and go orange. The lizard didn't have to send no email. The lizard didn't have to think about it or talk about it. The body knew exactly what to do. The body knows, like you said, women get together and their cycles link up. The body knows that it's supposed to connect and become like the things. It's supposed to adapt to the things around it. So when you hang around ain't shit people, you ask your life to accommodate ain't shit people. Ain't shit thoughts, not people. People are all shit. Wait, no, people are ain't shit. Fuck that. You feel me? Um, Yeah, yoga is cool. Again, I started yoga because I just wanted to be limber and flexible enough to have great sex. I had just lost weight, and so my sex drive was back, and I started to enjoy sex again. I felt sexy again. I could feel my body. He could feel my body. I could feel his. And so I was thinking, man, if losing 100 pounds makes sex this much better, what if he could fold me up? What if I can be like, I don't want to do doggy style. Tonight I want to do ceiling fan. Anyway, it did not improve my sex. It improved my relationship with self. It was in the yoga that I learned how to breathe. I learned a healing breath. I learned how to maximize my healing. It was yoga that taught me I'd gone my whole life and I'd never breathed. I never. You know how the way a newborn baby cry is like, yeah, like I had been taught not to utilize that, and so I hadn't. And it taught me how to breathe, and those breathing meditations would always take me in away. I wouldn't even know where the fuck I was going. Like I said, I wouldn't even realize how much time had passed until I had come back, if you will. I wasn't meditating at the time, so I didn't know much about meditation. I would have been one of those people who would have told you, I don't know how to meditate. I'm interested, but I don't know how. But it was when like I said, the very first voice I felt in a meditation asked me, why would I eat meat? It was a conversation. Why would you eat meat? If you know your God, you recognize yourself as Aboriginal, why would you not eat original foods from the land? If you are natural and first and from the land, why would you not eat foods that are natural and first and from the land? And if you've already identified your enemy, why would you continually choose to eat from his hands? And so I came out of that meditation and I was vegan from that. But yeah, all of that, I say meditation, but that was yoga. I never sat down to meditate that day. I sat down to do yoga. And yoga required me to breathe first and open the way first. And in the opening the way, I had no idea what I was welcoming. I was letting myself back in. That's peace. I encourage you to actually do the fire breaths. If all you can do is the bath, then fucking do that shit, you know? But I need you to do something. I need you to do something. Gateway 8, Sacred Union Meditation. And it is obvious. I don't want you to think that you can say Listen, like you can go to the doctor and you can tell the doctor, oh, I'm drinking enough water, or oh, I've cut this out, and oh, I've cut that out. And the doctor gonna write down what they're gonna write down, and that's gonna be peace. I see you though. I see you, and I love you enough to call you on your shit, just like I expect you to call me on yours. When you are healing on the inside, no fluff, no bullshit, we're gonna see it coming out. If you look sick as fuck on the outside, no shit, no shade, you're sick on the inside. There's no that ain't got shit to do with oh numb your whore, and they ain't got nothing to do with sun god Ra's and none of that other shit. That ain't esoteric at all. If you fucked up looking on the outside, there's some bad magic and chemical reactions going on the inside. All right. I love you and I want you to do the work. Fire breaths help. Sacred union meditation. Increase the length of time you spend in meditation every 7 days. The longer you remain in meditation, the deeper your inner peace will be, and the more solid in your ka will become. The cleaner your body temple, the sooner it will be able to live permanently in peace and inner balance of the meditative state. Damn, I said we was going to get into sacred unions with the Creator today and with self, and we didn't. But we'll do it tonight. We'll do it tonight. Yeah, we'll do it tonight. I'm sure I'll be feeling that shit. If Say Black Ass be here, especially. All right. Let's see. Hold your stone for gateway 8 inside your palm and visualize yourself sitting in a blue and white heart of the lotus blossom, unfazed by the adversity of the world, living and breathing in a balanced, beautiful, centered breath of ease and grace. Breathe into your heart center. With each breath, visualize Mother Ass as she protects, nurtures, and loves you. Breathe, purge, and flush out from the heart of the lotus, from the arms of Het Heru, from the blossom of ash, your mother, all anguish, all mistrust, hurt, pain, fear, and resentment. Flush these forces out of your heart and allow it to fill with compassion and love. Visualize yourself and your mates standing together in a sphere of pure white light, hearts cleared of all pain and grief and anger, feeling a deep upwelling of love and joy and compassion for each other. Now place your palms over your healed heart and say, Sacred Mother Ash, bless us and bless our union. Do something to make your union special and unique. Dance every day. Affirm one another every day. No deposit, no withdrawal. Some of us are just looking to get out in every aspect and regard of our lives, something that we're not putting in. All right. Sacred Mother asked, bless us and bless our union. The color visualization, you'll visualize the color of the gateway you're in. Blue for inner peace. As you perform your meditation, wear white or blue, and or place blue cloth on your altar. Sacred stone meditation. While in meditation, hold a lapis lazuli, a stone in your palms, over your heart. It is the sacred healing stone of the gateway and helps to illuminate the mind. The light of this deep royal blue stone stimulates both love and beauty. Lapis lazuli builds a sense of unity in man and woman. This stone is known to have healing, curative, and purifying properties. It unblocks the throat area, allowing free expression. So I don't understand how some people can believe that trees help them to breathe, but don't understand how stones can contribute to their healing. I don't understand that. If you get that the stones, the crystals are a collection. That is not just a tree. A crystal is a collection of the tree and the branch and the leaf and the dirt and the root and the sap and the insect even the bone of the animal that died there once and nurtured the earth so that we could be eaten and free. All of these things, all of the powers are, yeah, they really are magical. But if you're not magical, it doesn't work. Let's see. Yeah, you better be magical. Sacred stone meditation. So herbal tonics, she's got lemon balm tea, flower essences, she's got evening primrose, chamomile, forget-me-not, sticky monkey flower, snapdragon, penstemon. All right, cool. The diet, follow Sacred Woman transitional dietary practices presented for Gateway 7 and 8. There are times that it's easy for me to choose somebody else over me. Sadly, it's true. There are times it's easier for me to, so when I go shop, like I went grocery shopping the other day, and there was some things that looked so cool. I'm like, they got a blueberry pancake Cinny Twist cereal. I'm like, man, my children love that shit. Then I look at the back of it knowing damn well it's gonna disqualify itself. And it's got all kinds of shit I don't want to feed them. I'm thinking, I can't feed that to God. I can't feed that to God. Hold on right quick. Who that, one of my babies? All right. Look, it ain't me, but it got a grandma. It got a grandma. Blueberry pancake crunch. I ain't gonna let them open this shit. The devil is a lie. But I said no. So they called in the strong arm. They called their grandmama over here yesterday, and she delivered ice cream and cereal. Listen, blueberry pancake crunch. I said, oh, you want blueberry pancake crunch? True indeed. But if you come sit over my house and I tell you I'm about to go fix dinner, I'm about to make you some zinc oxide, some iron, and some niacinamide, and some thiamine mononitrate, and some riboflavin, and some pyridoxine, and some hydrochloride, oh, and some BHT, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm not even hungry, my nigga. And that's peace. It's easy not to feed garbage to God. All right, it's easy not to feed garbage to God. Remember that. All right, your grandma, you tell you entertaining an angel. She just didn't tell you was the angel. Every time you sit down with yourself, I don't need you out here poisoning God by lunchtime, and then at power hour you talking about you trying to heal. It's not for us to get free. Sacred Union journal writing. Again, follow we're gonna talk about the journal, but follow the dietary outline that she's given us. It helps. All right. When you go to your doctor's office, because until we become healers, we recognize the doctors and the hospitals as the healers. When you go to the hospital, what do those healers look like? Do they look diabetic? Do they look hypertensive? Do they look sad and depressed and unhealthy, obese? Listen, do they look cancer ridden? No, they do not. And neither should we. Neither should we as healers. We should begin to reflect on the outside, what we're experiencing on the inside, a major cleansing and cleaning, a purification. This is best done, your journal writing, after internal cleansing, an enema, or a meditation. When you're cleansed and centered, you can receive spiritual messages from the One Most High with grace. When you are in spirit, messages travel down through your spirit mind to your heart, into your hand, and onto the paper. This is how I do all my writing. The best time to receive your spiritually inspired written work is after you've completed your altar work between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. I am Eastern, guys. I'm Georgia time, Atlanta Eastern, and that's why I come on after 6. The first time going through Sacred Woman, I was here at 4 a.m., 4:30. Now I recognize that that's your special time with Spirit as well as mine, and so we're not together typically until after 6. Keep your journal and a very special pen by or on your altar to work with the power, force, and stillness at the coming of dawn, the hour of Neptet. Affirm your daily life. Write in your journal at this time thoughts, activities, experiences, and interactions that present themselves. You can also write down your visions, desires, dreams, and affirmations so that you'll be able to draw on these resources when help and support are most needed. Consult Sishetta. That's piece 2. There were times in my life before. All right, yeah, that's cool. There were times in my life before where I would have to go and ask Google or ask a pastor to tell me where in the Bible should I go if I need a scripture to help me find peace. Where should I go in the Bible if I'm looking for a scripture to help me find healing from heartbreak, or that'll help me learn how to separate from my mother or separate from my children? And I would always have to ask, where do I go to find the scripture? When you begin to log and to journal, when you begin to record, Remember, when you begin to honor you, the higher you will always come out. The more honor you give, the more she show out. All right. The louder you know, the more people show up, stand up, and clap, the better the performance gets. The more you honor your work, the more work you are willing to do. Um, and so your higher, it gets to a point where this journal, for me, is your Bible. This journal is the Bible that you've written. These are the scriptures that you've written. And when you feel low, you'll be able to look at things that your higher self has already left. When something happens and it triggers you and you find yourself resting in your lower self, there's already documents that you've already left for your own damn self to help bring you back, to resuscitate you. You don't have to ask somebody where the scripture is. You just open it and all of it will speak to you because it is you. So if nothing else, start writing it for you at a later time. If you find that you're unable to contact your inner voice during your journal work, call Sishetta, the keeper and revealer of secrets, who is indwelling, to assist and speak through you. All right. If you're building the freedom shawl or quilt, choose a new piece of cloth that corresponds to the gateway color, indicated in. Let's see if I got a picture. I don't know if I do, but yeah, the quilt is peace. Definitely, the quilt is peace. Okay, I don't see it. The freedom shawl or quilt. In every gateway, you have a different piece of fabric or cloth that represents that gateway, and you'll choose it. And at some point, you'll connect them all. Connect them all. They will become your canvas, a collection of meaningful symbols or stones, collectibles, family heirlooms, photographs that have been printed on fabric, any other significant items that embody the essence of your experience. Give your imagination free rein and let your craftswoman spirit tell your story. Sacred Woman tools. A special sacred union ankh to symbolize the union of masculine and feminine to place on your altar. Your own special sacred union dialogue journal for recording, molding, and shaping the desires of your heart, or dialoguing with your mate. Finding or discovering his pleasures, objects, or experience that expand your mate's consciousness because they offer him special satisfaction or joy. Now explore your own pleasures and share them with your mate. Throughout the week, you are to observe closely the wisdom presented for the gateway you're in. For maximum results, live freely in tune with the various systems of wellness presented and practice the 7-day transformative work at the end of the gateway. Closing sacred words. Mother, Father, help me to heal all disunity within myself. Help me to heal all discard in my intimate unions, past and present, and to transform them into sacred unions. Ashe. Ashe. All right, so tonight, I am going to do it tonight. I'm going to shoot for 9 p.m. With or without backup, 9 p.m. is the time. Sacred unions with Creator, with self, with our mate, the union of two becoming one. And I'm really excited about No More Lovers, if you please, but we start talking about celibacy and not having sex, and folks start taking it real personal. So that may require a completely different day. But either way, we'll get it. We always do. All right. Nukpu, Nukaku, Kamiku, Kimamik, Zaparu. In Tur, How, Nuk, Ao, M, Inu, Amuku. And you know what that means. It's built from the limbs of Inter. All right. We lit. Okay, I love you, family. Thank you. Thank you for loving me too. Y'all have y'all have a great day. So I'm having issues finding the flower essences. Do you know where to find them? You can find flower essences at and it's another thing. Some of these black business will bust your goddamn head for an essential oil or a flower essence, and you can take your I love you back. You know I goddamn love you, Barbara. You could get them at, give me a minute, the Vitamin Shop, GNC, whatever store you have locally that sell vitamins and nutrition supplements. These people practically have them. Typically, they will have them. I say practically, yeah. These people will typically have them. But you can put that shit in. Put in flower essences, right? If you're looking for a particular one, put it in on Google and then hit that shop tab. It's going to pull up local shit first. It should pull up local shit first if your phone set up like my God phone. But yeah, hell yeah. We should do some yoga at the retreat. Oh yeah. We are. Um, yeah, and there are some retreats that you'll go to. I'm glad you said that because I've talked to a couple of sisters who've been to some retreats, and I really don't want anybody who, um, how can I say this? Let me think. What did the sister say? You know, there was a sister who was operating a credit repair business. All right, and she actually says on her post and on her site, I'm providing a I'm offering a paid service to my friends and to my family. All right, and she said she will extend. She is willing to extend the offer to other people, but if you need to be convinced that she's trustworthy or convinced that it's a service you need, find somebody else. So there are too many people that actually want her help and do trust her for her to invest the time that it takes to convince you that she ain't no scam. If you think I'm a scam, please get the fuck on. And I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I actually appreciated that, and it helped me to shape how I get down. Because I should be clear on the very beginning. If you expect to have an out of body experience when you can't get the inside of your body together by your goddamn self, come again. If you think we're about to do like Wakanda forever and you about to help me raise the money and I'm about to bury you in some sand and you about to see your grandmama that you ain't seen in years and you about to get a soul stone, you got me fucked up. I don't plan on showing you anything except how you can be sacred where you are. The very same things that heal me walk into the thrift. I told you when I first lost my weight, I was walking to get a Snicker bar, family. My thinking and my healthy thinking was, I'm gonna get too fat eating these Snicker bars like this. I should stop driving up there 2 times a day. I should start walking up there every time I want one. Mind you, the walk ain't burning nothing but 60 calories. The candy bar probably 200. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing. And I started to do that and it made a difference. So when you come, I'm not showing you somebody else's path. I'm not showing you somebody else's healing journey or no shit you saw on a Hulu original. I'm showing you my plan is to walk you on the path that healed me, to take you to see and feel the things that I saw and felt, and to show you how they edified me, so that when you go home, you'll be able to look at your house and look at your baby daddy house or your grandma house or whatever the fuck it is you stay, and you'll be able to see your sacred patterns around you. Yeah, but unless you got red dirt at your house where you do ancestral visitations and shit, don't come over here looking for no ancestral visitation. Hey, come on. To be sacred means to be holy, and to be holy means to be whole. It ain't about a show. I don't have a show for you. We're not about to yeah, I want us to do yoga. Fire meditations and yeah, absolutely. There's some things that we absolutely will do. I'm not gonna have you over here and we just watching Netflix and chilling. Shirley. Yeah, but that's it. I'm showing you what healed me. I'm showing you what healed me. How you can feel sacred without having it's that's peace at gmail.com. D DATS, that's peace at gmail.com. Thanks, say. Yeah, but that's it, man. I love you, and I love you, and I am. They say never meet your heroes. I see why, because I've met a few of mine. Oh, and a lot of people think I'm tall too. That's the most common thing I get. Like, oh my God, you're shorter than me. I thought you were taller than me, y'all. I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4". Okay, don't show up looking for nobody that's no goddamn 5'9", cause that ain't me. Okay, yeah. But it's peace. Like I said, we're gonna get free. We're gonna get free. I'm gonna show you exactly how to sacrifice your home, so to speak. All right. I gotta get the fuck up off of here. My children trying to drop out, but we still do have a couple of Oh shit, Monroe, you super small, super little. Yeah, 5'4". Can you imagine though? I was 300 pounds. 300 pounds. I was 270. But still though, 300 pounds on a 5'4" frame. And niggas out here talking about I'm thick. Shawty, you thick. Shawty, I'm hypertensive and I have migraines, and I didn't even know that it was because my weight. My weight. Big thighs say lies. They take them down too, put it in a chokehold. Be like, all right, look, I gotta go in. I ain't fucking with y'all. y'all be fucking around. Fucking around. Hold on, I got an email. Okay. Alright. Yeah, Nas ain't got no sense. Like, oh wee. 5'4" was 362. God damn, sis. Man, that's an 11. That is an 11. That is not a master number though. Man. God. Alright. I keep saying I'm about to go. Yeah, this weed won't smoke itself. Yeah, don't come to our retreat neither if you ain't 420 friendly. Keep your $20. Keep your... I ain't lying. I ain't lying now. Now we can be respectful and shit, but come on now. I give you a sage bundle anytime there's weed in the air. Be free. I just want to teach you, and I do believe that in 2 days I can show you. In 2 days I can show you how to change your life, and that's the truth. We big kick it and we have fun and we do, but I can show you how to change your life in 2 days. It only took one for mine to change. It only took one. So the only reason I say two is because there's a lot of us. Like that's the only reason it would take two. Is because in order to spend intimate time with individuals, you got to have more than 24 hours in a day. But the things that I will teach you are the keys that someone has taught me. And every time I pay for a class, I took a class Monday. It cost me $40. It was an 8-hour class. So I paid somebody, good money. The thing is, you know how we'd be like, we got our money's worth. We got our money's worth. If I take the information I got in an 8-hour class and I come home and I change 5 people's lives right away, and then I get on live and I change 5 people's lives right away, and then I've changed fucking 15 people's lives within a day of having paid $40 for a class, then I've gotten my money's worth. I actually paid $40 for 20 people to sit in the same class. I've been paying for these certifications and paying for this knowledge and reading all of these books, and I don't know what the fuck the point could be besides to give it to you. In 2 days, 2 days, that's enough time for me to sit with you and learn who you really are, the parts of you that you don't know yet, that you can't remember. Understand this, and then I really am gonna go. I really am gonna get the fuck on. The same way you hear me say all the time, we dream every night. We just don't remember it. A lot of our experiences, our minds block out to protect us, and a lot of the chemicals we take in the air and in our food and water drug us, and so we can't remember. But you dream every night. And the more you detox and the more you purify yourself, you'll see that the dreams come more fluently and you remember them with more ease. And so that part will prove itself. All right. And that's just dream. What I need you to understand, how God you really are, there is not a single thing that you have seen, felt, or experienced that your brain doesn't remember. All of it is there. Where people be like, well, we typically don't remember things until we're at least between, 3 or 5. Not so. There are people who remember what it was like in the womb. There are. The brain doesn't let go of any of it. Even when you get in an accident and they be like that, they don't forgot everything. One part of the brain was damaged, and when if that part regenerates, then a lot of the self will come back. There's not a thing that we don't remember, right? There's not a single thing that we don't remember. And all we got to do is work on accessing those different things. Work on accessing those different parts of the brain, those different parts of the body, or chakras, or whatever the fuck help you sleep at night. But all of those experiences are there. Every single thing. Every single thing. You can remember you can remember the time you went to the amusement park with your cousins. It was the summertime and your mama let you take one of your cousins with y'all to Six Flags or Carowinds or fucking Disney World or wherever the fuck else it is you're going. And you remember that day. You remember having fun and you remember that day and you remember who you were with. You may even remember what you had on because you can see a picture of it every time you go through a particular log. But you don't remember everything, you don't think. You don't remember what the little girl was wearing in the background when you went to get ice cream there. Or you don't remember what the guy's name was at the gift shop when you saw his name tag. Actually, you do. And this is how hypnosis works, because hypnosis closes down the parts of the brain that you keep active, because when you shut down one thing, something else becomes overactive. Let one chakra start to shut down and watch another one start going fucking crazy. They will help you to shut down some parts of the brain so that the ones that are still active will start to operate at a higher level and you can begin to access and see things that you missed before or thought you missed or can't remember. The brain is that beautiful. You're that fucking God. God, the same God they told us about that was all magical, all powerful, could do every fucking thing. That's what you are. You don't forget shit. Tell niggas all the time, oh, I know everything. It just take me a minute to remember some of that shit. But it's true. It's true. You're that God. And I want to, and the time that we're together, I want us to learn more about finding those things that we've forgotten. Finding those things, all right? There's a way to access them without laying across somebody's couch. Nah, fuck that. You got to lay across my couch. Nah, it's peace, though. I just want you to know how God you are. And I want you to have everything you're entitled to. I want you to learn to have the power to to make moves. Remember, sacred movement is movement that that invokes change. Sacred movement is any movement conducive to the results you're trying to achieve. All right. So it's never a sacred movement to run out in traffic, but it's a sacred move to run out in traffic and scoop up a child that's about to be hit and come back. Sacred movement is in the result of the movement. I just want to teach you how to move in a way that makes you whole and sacred and peace. And I've been rambling and rambling. I love y'all asses. I'm about to. No, I saw my grandma last weekend and say no. I love you. Damn, that man's so God. He surprised us with a vacation. Isn't that dope? Who does that? Like, who does that? He's like, you got plans on this day? I'm like, do I have plans on that? We have plans on that day. It's like, oh, well, if you have plans on that day, I respect what you got going on, but this is what I have planned. Yeah, he's taking us on a vacation, me and the girls and shit. We lit and shit. They ready to pack their bag and we ain't going for another week or two. But nah, I'm not gonna see grandma. I'm not gonna see grandma. And I'm glad. Ask me that again though. Ask me that again sometime. Ask me that again sometime. Only because. Okay. Yeah, ask me that again because I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you about family business. All right? I need to talk to you about family business. I do. I'm okay with that. My family already know. Ife gonna put your shit in the street. Ife gonna put your business in the street. We do need to talk though. We do need to talk because this I'm gonna give you enough to make you remind me. I'm gonna give you enough to make you remind me. One of the uncles in my family that molested children in my family moved back into my grandmother's house recently. He's older, much older. When I say old, he's elder now. His legs have been amputated for diabetes or some old other shit. I don't know, but like he's definitely not the same man coming out of prison that he was going in. That is undoubtedly true. Yeah, he moved back in with my grandmother because he didn't have nowhere else to go. You know, you fucking 100 years old with no legs and you're a felon. Like niggas with out here with two good legs and no diabetic history can't get no job as a felon. And you out here with the felony and with no legs and you old. And so with nowhere else for him, there being nowhere else for him to go. My grandma allowed him to come back, but because of our family history, that made everybody else uncomfortable, and so we do have to talk about that. And so I want to tell you how everybody felt initially, what things were suggested, and how we're all coping with it now. I want to share that with you, not right now, but I do want to share that with you because I know we all got shit going on, and don't nobody tell you how to handle shit. If I tell you how we handle our shit, I pray you find peace in that. I will add this though. In a conversation I had with him, he said that he hadn't seen a tree. I think he'd been locked up for 16 years. He said he hadn't seen a tree in 16 years. And, like, damn, he hadn't seen a tree, you know. He said that wasn't like some of the prisons that he'd seen on TV where when you go out in the yard, you could see green far away. It wasn't like life, you know, where you was in the middle of a field or a farm. It was nothing but cement. He said all the grass has gone for miles around the prison, and all the trees are gone for miles around the prison. And so as far as you can see, there's nothing far out except the same thing that's right at your feet. The same nothingness that's at your feet is the same nothingness you see on the horizon. It's the same nothingness you see in the distance. And so it's been 16 years since he saw a tree. He did mention that he hugged the tree as soon as he did see it, and I understand that because when I got back here to Georgia from Vegas, I actually did put my lips on the ground. I wanted to kiss Georgia's clay. I did. Anyway, steer clear of that. Can you imagine being in a home where there's no trees? I left Vegas because the plants were minimal, you know. I was like, fuck, I miss green and black people. But yeah, so yeah, that's peace. The conversation with the tree, the conversation with him about the tree did help to soften my heart. Will I put my children in jeopardy or let them sit in his lap? Fuck no. But it did help me to remember that before he was a monster to me, he was a human. Before he was a monster to me, he was a man. And nobody goes from human, man, to monster without some traumatic experience happening, you know. Something happened, and I never asked my uncle, but I will. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who taught you how to hurt other people? That's another conversation we got to start having. All right, I love y'all. I've made myself emotional, and my weed is waiting on me. All right, I'll see y'all at 9 o'clock tonight, though. Peace. I say, uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, I'm about to hit end for real. All right, I love y'all.